Alright, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today is February 2nd, 2020, and I am still in Virginia. This is my last day in Virginia. Came down here to visit some family, and I wanted to go to the Governance Blockchain Association event that was being hosted in DC. So it actually wasn't too bad. It was like a 2-hour train ride on the Amtrak. My aunt literally lives right next to the train station, so I was able to go out there. I was able to hear Dan speak and a couple other prominent guys who know a little bit about blockchain and crypto. So overall, it was super informative. I got to meet Phoenix out there, who's been a long-time friend in the EOS community since I came in the EOS community. He's welcomed me in with open arms. Real cool dude. I got to meet a couple people out there and sort of network. But this video I kind of wanted to make based on my interpretation of what I heard, specifically from Dan Larimer as far as the future of EOS and EOS.io. You know, I was super impressed, number one, by just the maturity level of, you know, when you hear him speak. I've said it before, but I'll go ahead and say it again. You know, he realizes that he is a key figure, not just only in the EOS space, but also in the crypto space. He's one of the more known people. A lot of people know him, you know, everybody, because he's been in the space for so long. So a lot of people look up to him. And, you know, he really has laid out a vision for the future and how the interconnected Web 3.0 is going to look like, that I largely agree with. And I think he's really on the right path. And just hearing him speak kind of connected a couple more dots for me. He talked a little bit about private chains and public chains. There's a little bit of a debate going on inside the crypto community as to what kind of value is represented by having private chains. And some people on the other side of the argument don't understand the argument for public chains. But this video is more for people who are in the crypto space and they get it and they understand what the blockchain can mean as far as freedom for people. But specifically, when we're talking about enterprise, you know, private chains can serve a lot of important functions that can help businesses be more secure for their customers, which ultimately is incredibly important. So, you know, security is a big thing. Dan Larimer pretty much broke it down and said, you know, we're almost at that point now, and he stressed that. And I think he really understands better than anybody because he built EOS. He's been working on blockchains as long or longer than just about anybody, and he really understands more than anybody where we are in the space right now. So I find it very exciting that he said that we are very close to mass adoption of this technology, and pretty soon in the future it will get to a point where if businesses choose not to adopt this technology, it will be negligence on their part, because they're sacrificing in so many areas as far as security. He really stressed the point that EOS.io is meant to be many different forms, many different iterations, but the big advantage is that, you know, he's trying to make EOS in every form powerful and fast and even better than your traditional server client applications that exist today, and make it easy for developers to be able to spin up a EOS.io chain and get all the benefits of a blockchain and all the scalability that comes with it without having to recreate, which is not easy to do, by the way. Some of the most brilliant minds have struggle with creating blockchains that have deterministic code, that are, you know, what's the other one he used? Cryptographically secure. You know, cryptography is something that escapes most people. You know, there are a small percentage of the world who really can say they understand cryptography on a high level, because it's complicated, it's a lot of math, and then so you kind of have to really be in the trenches to really understand all the things that really go into cryptographically securing a chain, or cryptographically securing and making the trail completely transparent. He talked about that a lot as well. He gave an analogy. He talked about if you go inside a club or a bar, you hand your ID to the guy at the front, and then you go in the bar, but nothing can be proved after. Nothing can be proved after you enter that bar. And that's kind of how the server-client model works today. It's like you authenticate through an authentication server, but after that, there is a lack of transparency. There's a lack of audibility, and these are all things that are very critical to the enterprise world. And these are all things that I appreciate that he actually talked about, because it was perfect for the audience there. Number one, there was a lot of government people. I think the way he spoke was perfect, because it really spoke to people who understand enterprise needs more than necessarily public blockchains, which I 100% support. I'm sure Dan 100% supports, and the crypto community at large. But truly, there is two sides to this whole blockchain thing, because regulators don't have any choice at this point. Like, they have to adopt this technology in some sort of way. And most smart people, most people who are forward thinking, they'll tell you, yeah, we have to accept this technology. Like, we have to integrate this technology. It can give so many benefits in so many different fields, as far as healthcare and supply chains and accounting and finance, and the list goes on and on. Blockchain is really staged to just take over so many industries, and it's just really interesting to me, because ultimately, for me, in the long term, I think it's important that the regulators sort of give us the space we need to innovate, to experience the technology, and to not over-regulate. I've said that in the past, and I definitely believe that is the case. But it's also not going to be easy. A lot of good points were made as far as people still just not understanding what exactly a blockchain is and what exactly is the reason that we need it. The average person maybe still doesn't understand it, but honestly, it was a good day. I learned a lot. It really gave me a good sense of where we are as far as just adoption of the technology, and with EOS 2.0 coming out and offering so many additional benefits, additional scalability, WebAuthn. We're not going to be using third-party extensions anymore, like MetaMask and Scatter and things of that nature. You're really starting to see, and with Liquid Apps, the work they're doing with LiquidX, now we're able to communicate and share services on all chains. That functionality is going to allow the dApps that are being created right now, the ideas that people have right now, to pretty much flourish. And we're kind of how it was in 2017, where people were excited, people were going to be building, and as we enter this bull market, people just get more and more excited. People want to know what it's about, and it looks like we are in bull market territory. That's what the charts would indicate. We seem to be trending in the right direction, and if Bitcoin breaks 10K, for sure, if it can hold above 10K, we're probably going to be in for a ride all the way up into the halvening, which appears to be ahead of schedule. The halvening was supposed to take place in May, but as you know, it's not an exact science as to predicting when the halvening is going to take place, because it's all about when blocks are being mined in the chain. So there's no real date per se, but they can use like calculations to give you a pretty accurate prediction. But people are getting really excited, and it looks like the excitement is going in the right direction. I wasn't sure as far as how this would play out with Bitcoin, because I wasn't sure if people would be scared that the price isn't going to appreciate, and then they would be trying to sell out or whatever. But it looks like a lot of people are excited, and they do expect a big move up in Bitcoin, which a big move up in Bitcoin is a big move up for the entire crypto space. Bitcoin tracks the whole market. It's the biggest liquidity gateway into the whole market, and there's just a lot of exciting things going on, not only in Bitcoin but in the altcoin market. So this is going to bring a lot of attention, a lot of eyes, a lot of new people, and it's exciting because, especially for dApps, like I was talking about before, now there's going to be so many more people who want to build dApps, and that just exponentially increases the statistical possibility that we get that viral application, decentralized application that we've all been waiting for. In 2017, look how popular CryptoKitties got, and look how many people wanted a digital non-fungible token like a CryptoKitty. Something like that is not very hard to develop and can easily go viral. Like, there's just so many opportunities now for an application to go viral. That's just going to drive so much value into the ecosystem, and all these tools and all these services that are being created right now are finally going to be able to be utilized. Things like Oracle systems, and things like random number generators, and things like feeless transactions, and things like liquidity for tokens. How important is that? And we're going to have it. Projects like Bancor and projects like Kyber and Uniswap are going to allow us to have liquidity for tokens in a decentralized way. So it's just, I've talked about this a lot. It's all coming together. I see that now for sure. And just listening to Dan really put it all in complete perspective for me, because most people, even the quote-unquote experts, would still say that we're about 5 years away from crypto mass adoption, and I just have to disagree. To me, this year is going to be very big. I still think so. In 2021 for sure. I think we will see applications that go viral this year, and definitely into next year. And 5 years down the line, we might be at that peak moment, I guess, where everything is going decentralized. But I do think we get to $1 trillion market cap way before that, several $1 trillion market cap, just because we have the tools, we have the networks, and we can scale now, guys, and we can create decentralized applications for so many different industries. And again, blockchain is not just one industry, so that's the thing. It's hard to compare it to anything else, because it's going to transform everything. And then DeFi, oh, man, let me not even get into this, because I can make this video too long. But man, DeFi, I just get excited every time I think about DeFi, and all the opportunities it's going to open up for so many people in the third world, and even in the first world, as long as the regulators play ball with us. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I look forward to the voice launch is in a couple weeks, so I'm excited about that. If you guys watch the channel and you guys want to follow me on voice, I'm definitely going to try to participate and be one of the first users on voice if they allow it, because the way it looks like they're going to do it now is they're kind of doing it state by state. So your state might not be able to participate. You might not be able to be one of the first users on voice. But I live in Florida, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully that works out for me, because I would love to do that. It would be a super honor. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching the video. Gonna try to push out more content than I have been lately. I've been kind of slacking with the content, just a lot going on. But I'm gonna try to push out more content and the excitement for voice. I hope you guys will follow my journey, and thank you guys so much for watching.